The government of New South Wales thought I was two separate people and I had to call and get it fixed. So what I wound up doing was that I had to take a RCG and an RSA course here in New South Wales to be able to work at a pub and serve alcohol and all that fun stuff. So the thing is, when I took my RSA course, the information that I had on that one had, I believe it was like my first, middle, and last name. And then it also had the address of the hostel that I was staying at when I was staying in Sydney. So when I had to go and take the RCG course, it was my first and last name, and then it had the address of where I'm like working and living now. So these things didn't quite match up. The same phone number, all that other stuff. But so it looked like I was two separate people. So what I noticed is when I had to come get my competency card, which is something that you need to work in pubs and whatnot when you at least live in this state, the only thing that translated was my RCG, and I noticed that it just had a G on it and it should have had an A on it as well for alcohol. And I compared it to my coworkers and he had both. So I went going back to Service New South Wales. They said, we can't help you, you're gonna have to call Liquor and Gaming. So I called Liquor and Gaming, and they found out that I had two separate profiles because it thought I was two separate people because my middle name was missing and the addresses were different. So I spent an hour on the phone getting this all cleaned up. They had to escalate it, and they're supposed to call me telling me that it's done, and then everything should be merged. So the lesson here is, if you need to take these different kinds of classes and whatnot, make sure your name like fully matches. It would also be helpful if the address matches. That can be a little hard if you're on a working holiday visa and maybe you're like hopping around different hostels and like your living arrangements are for your employer and things like that. But at least at minimum, make sure your name is correct, because they literally thought I was two separate people and I had to deal with the bureaucracy of New South Wales to get it all cleaned up. So that is my little learning lesson of the day for living in Australia on a working holiday visa. So I hate calling customer service to get this stuff cleaned up, but at least it's done.